So a while ago, I was contacted by Theud, hopefully saying his name right, and he wanted to send me an axe to say thank you for making the videos on like how to use an axe. And he said it was a big help. And I thought I recognised the name, and then I realised that he was a Rinaldi dealer. So I said, okay, send me an axe, and I'll buy some stuff from your store as well. So I got quite a big parcel with quite a few unique tools to test out. The axe he decided to send me was the Prandi Trentin, or Trentin they call it, pattern, which is from the north of Italy in the Alps, in the Trentino area. It's a bit longer than what I'm used to. I don't generally like long handles, but I found it actually quite good for the work I was doing. It wasn't in a wood that's too like cramped. You know, the long handle, I did have to switch to a shorter axe a few times, just because the long handle was getting in the way and trying to make some cuts in areas where I didn't have a lot of room to swing. But for the most part, when I did have room to swing, it was quite good. The main thing I liked was how wide the axe was. It's a very, very good limbing axe. It's a slip fit handle like a tomahawk, so if you didn't like the long handle, you could always cut it shorter or make multiple handles for it. So the very wide bit, it's almost 20 centimeters wide. I think like 17 to 19 centimeters. I'll need to measure it, but yeah, it's extremely wide. So you can cut multiple limbs with each hit. So I think with a slightly short handle it could be a good option, but with the longer handle it works fine, except when you're in confined space. very thin geometry cuts dead wood quite well. Today I was cutting mostly very dry, dead softwoods. Now when the softwoods are dry and dead, they're very, very hard, and I found for experience that thicker axes like a Theud, you know, like Tasmanian pattern or Dayton's, little thick cheeks, they really, really struggle on dead softwood. You really want a thin axe, like really thin geometry, to cut dead softwood, and it does suck. It's deceptively hard. You know, I've seen some people cutting dead Australian woods, and that's very hard looking as well. And I think that when you get a really dry piece of softwood, it can just be just as hard. It just does not want to chip. It's like hitting concrete, really. And the fact that it's so light as well means that it moves around a lot. So yeah, I don't recommend cutting dead softwoods. It's not fun, but it's all I had. Some of the wood was okay, but nothing as fun as what I normally like to cut. But the axe handled it well, and I was quite impressed. One thing I found the axe to be really, really excellent for is cutting up smaller branches into kindling sized pieces, so lying it across a log and then hitting it. You know, it will cut most stuff in one hit, especially if it was green. The stuff I was cutting was absolutely bone dry, and I was still making short work of it. But yeah, you could probably demolish like 3 or 4 inch limbs in one hit if it was green. So I'd like to say thank you to Theud for very generously giving me this axe, and also for going through the hassle of getting it ordered to me through customs of all the Brexit confusion, and you know, it wasn't easy, and it was a big hassle for him, so thank you very much. If you guys enjoyed this, you should definitely check out Theud's YouTube channel. He does some really, really nice videos on axes, scythes, all sorts of hand tools like hoes. It's really, really well filmed and really interesting, and although it is in French, he does put English subtitles on his videos, so definitely worth a watch. And also, if you're interested in buying some of his tools and you live in mainland Europe, definitely check out his store online. He's got quite a lot of Rinaldi tools and Prandi, and really high quality European forgers still making traditional tools.